Gauteng Premier Makhura and Health Minister Dr. Zweli Mkhize will be giving an update on the province's COVID-19 response readiness. The PPE scandal and South Africa's vaccine rollout plan are also expected to be on the agenda. Our reporter, Gauteng Premier, is following that story for us, and he joins me live now from Charlotte Makhura Hospital in Johannesburg, of course, as we see the Health Minister just engaging with the Charlotte Makhura officials. I don't know if you can hear me there, Gauteng, but what exactly has been happening so far?
Yeah, you're watching the Minister of Health inspecting some of the resuscitation equipment right now. It's a pretty congested environment. But we'll try to bring you some of these visuals. We're at the Charlotte Makhura Hospital right now, and the Minister of Health and the Premier are inspecting the vaccination sites, anticipating a more broad rollout in Gauteng. And there are rumors that the Minister will announce when the new shipment of vaccines from Johnson & Johnson will be coming into the province, into the country, and when they will reach the vaccination sites. One of the health workers explaining to the Premier just about the process there. Earlier they had a look at some of the vaccination of the health workers that's happening in the center at the Charlotte Makhura Hospital. Interestingly, when we last had the briefing with the Gauteng Department of Health, they indicated that about 50,000 health workers had been vaccinated in the province. We're up to about 70,000 in the province now, so making significant headway. At least 20,000 people vaccinated within about a period of a month. And these vaccines that they're receiving are still part of that initial batch of Johnson & Johnson vaccines, which were used to conduct that clinical trial. Of course, J&J has now received the stamp of approval from SAPRA, and we are expecting the other batch of J&J vaccines in a short while. Not sure whether the Minister of Health will be announcing the arrival of the J&J vaccines or Pfizer or AstraZeneca. That's not clear at the moment, but we should be hearing from him in a few moments. You see there Minister Zweli Mkhize being really thorough, trying to go through all of the equipment just to check whether or not the people here have the PPE that's required, but also whether everything else that's supposed to be at the vaccination site has been brought in. The setup that you're seeing now is just one of these mobile trolleys which have all the equipment on that they use to attend to people, not only when they're vaccinating them, but particularly in this area. This space that you're seeing right now is actually where they keep people who are demonstrating any symptoms of side effects from the COVID-19 vaccine. Just give us a moment now as we move to another location where we will be having a media briefing with the Premier about the vaccination rollout in Gauteng. And as I said, we're expecting some sort of announcement from the Minister of Health about the arrival of more.
And just quickly, Gauteng, before we...
stopping for a photo opportunity there.
Just quickly before we move away from you, Gauteng, just to give us an idea, if you know, just of how many of the sites he has visited, the Minister, what is his itinerary exactly looking like? Where's he going to go? Where has he been?
Yeah, he started this morning with a closed briefing on the rollout in Gauteng right here at the hospital. He'll be here today, and then he'll go to a center for an old age home, essentially, a center for the elderly. The reason he's going there is because the elderly, those over 65, are part of phase 2 of the Gauteng government's planned rollout of vaccination. So they were hoping to have finished.
All right. It seems that we've lost our reporter, Gauteng Premier, there, who was just telling us of the itinerary and exactly where it is the Minister is going to be going. Of course, from Charlotte Makhura, he did mention, Gauteng, that the Minister will be going to a home for the elderly, because they, of course, are going to be part of the second phase of vaccinations. As he is there, he's still at Charlotte Makhura, is the Minister and the Gauteng Premier, Makhura, of course, doing that inspection of the site at Charlotte Makhura Hospital. Of course, we're going to be getting that briefing, and hopefully we can get in touch again with Gauteng Premier to just give us an update as to what exactly it is the Minister has said, is going to say, and what we can expect from his activities today. Still ahead here.